I think I've got the Best Album of the Year award, which is great.
That's a great achievement, considering all them artists are here tonight as well.
Yeah, well, it's not the first one I got down through the years, you know. It's been a long time, and it's great at this stage of my life to be still recording, you know, after so many years.
How many years are you in the music industry?
Would you like to really know?
Go on.
50? 50, yeah. First record I made was in 1965, first record. And it's great to think that I'm, at this stage of my life, I'm still recording.
Recently, after an absence of 10 years, he has produced a wonderful album. It's called The Basement Sessions, and I personally can recommend it to you all, because this is getting the Album of the Year from the Leinster Entertainment Awards. Please welcome on stage Johnny McEvoy.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm very disappointed. I thought I'd get Newcomer of the Year.
No, I'm recording my own material. I write most of it now. And some of them are songs I've been singing down through the years. I've re-recorded them in a different sort of way, more easygoing, less elaborate arrangements. It was straightforward. The intention I had was to record an album that anybody listening to it could say, well, I can sing that. So that's the whole point of the album, the way it's done. And I've started work on a new one now as well. The last one was called Basement Sessions, and the new one on the Basement Sessions 2 is very original.
No more I'll take the praties, no longer I'll be fooled. Shoes, my name is Carney, I'll be off to California, where instead of taking praties, I'll be digging the lumps. So go one more time. Let's quit my machine jargon, I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll take the praties, no longer I'll be fooled. Shoes, my name is Carney, I'll be off to California, where instead of digging praties, I'll be digging lumps of gold.
Well, when I started out first, I was singing ballads, and I was on my own, and recording on my own and touring around, and I was appearing in dance halls with the show bands, and I'd get up and do 45 minutes of a spot as a guest on the dance. So that went up to about 1970, and I decided that I'd had enough of that, so I decided I'd form my own band, and I did in 70. I formed a country band, and I had the band then. I had that band for about 15 years, and I started on it. It sort of broke up, and I started another band, different members, and that ran for another 15 years or so. And then I just got tired of the dancing, really. I got tired of dance halls, and I went back. I was lucky that at that time there was a cabaret scene as well. So I was able to do the cabaret scene because I had the experience of singing on my own. So I could do the cabaret with just a small lineup. And now I've gone back to what I started to do in the first place. I'm back on my own, singing ballads, singing folk. Only difference is I'm writing my own stuff.
And the wine she drank alone, and the nights they hold no pity in the cold of New York City, as she waits there in the darkness to hear his key turn in the door. Then one night he came home sober.
Well, I'm singing two old ones. That's Mercy and Durkin, which is the one first hit I had. I'm singing two songs off the new album, two of my own songs. And then the last one, I'm not too sure. I'll throw something in.
See what happens.
I work it as it comes, you know, and I chop and change a lot.
We'll meet again sometime. Now the nights are cold and lonely as he sits and watches TV, drinking beer and chasing whiskey, wondering where it all went wrong. when his eyes are tired and burning from the dreams that keep returning, and all his yesterdays, they won't leave him alone.
Where does your passion for music come from?
From within me, I think, and passion is the word. I was always interested in folk music. I mean, going back to when I was about 10, I used to listen to people like the Weavers and Lonnie Donegan and Buddy Guthrie, people like that were popular in the 50s, and I was listening to these songs and I must have been absorbing them, because later on when I decided I wanted to do this full time, I had the burning desire within me to be a success at doing this, so yeah, I don't know, I nobody else in the family sings.
But there is one song I'd like to do for you that's a very personal song to me. It's a song I wrote about the first time I met my wife Odette on Grafton Street in Dublin one cold, wet March day in 1967. We met at the gateway to the Stephen's Green, and we walked down Grafton Street and into Chatham Street and into Neary's pub, where we sat and had a drink and smoked our Benson and Hedges cigarettes. And I fell madly in love with her, and we were together for the best part of 45 years. Sadly, she's passed on, and I wrote the song especially for her, recounting the first time I met her, a song called The Planter's Daughter.
Your favourite song, what would that be?
Of my own?
Of your own, yeah.
Of my own would be a song called Planter's Daughter. Planter's Daughter, I wrote it for my wife, describing when I first met her way back in 1967, and up to the time she passed away. So it's a very personal song, and it's becoming very popular, which I'm glad to say.
March winds were blowing when we met, a moment in time I won't forget. Raindrops were falling at your feet, reflecting your beauty on the street. Grafton Street was empty of all charm. You reached out and took me by the arm. I've never felt as good as I felt then, and I knew it'd never be the same again. Down where the old churchyard lies, under the grey Midland skies, tumbled down and broken, who'd say it's not right, our ancestors might, but I'll always love the planter's daughter. Strongbow's blood ran in your veins. Of myself I couldn't say the same, but somehow it seemed to be okay, and it didn't really matter anyway. Were I to live 1,000 years, or hear the angels whisper in my ears, I'll sit and watch the sunlight fade away. I never will forget that one spring day